All right, in this video, we're going to do the celebrity trivia app. And we're going to start with the code that we already wrote in the previous app and just work off that. The first thing we're going to do is add in more data. So we're just going to copy paste in data from the Word file that I have or the PowerPoint that you're looking at. And copied in a little too much, so I cheated a little bit here. But I'll just walk you through what this is. So this is the same thing as before. We're creating a new object called Tom Cruise, which is using the movie star object constructor. We're passing along a name, birthday, top grossing movie, and I also added in how much it actually grossed, and then their spouse's name or single if they're single. This next thing is going to basically add it to a list called star list. So we're going to add the object to star list by using push. So the first thing we're actually have to do is we're going to have to create a variable called star list, or list variable called star list. And we're just going to make that empty for now. Then we're going to do the same thing with Dwayne Johnson. Using this object constructor and Scarlett Johansson, and then add them both to the list. All right, so now we have all of our data in objects, which is then put into this list. So we can delete this since we're no longer greeting the user. And then we can begin the gameplay. So first thing we need are global variables. So we're going to have 3 rounds that the user can play. So we're going to do round num as our variable here. And create another variable, it's called score. And then play game. All right, so while round num is, so we're going to play it once on 1, 2, and 3. So while it's less than or equal to 3, so the user's going to play 3 times, we're going to continue playing the game. So one way to do this is basically we're trying to find random information about the we're trying to create a quiz or a trivia so that you basically get a random star and a random question about them. So to do this, we're going to create 2 random variables. So we can call it x and y. We're going to use the same math.random that we've been using before. So first is math.floor, then math.random. And we want here a random number between 0 and 2. This will be used for our list. And then we also, well, I guess we can just copy paste this. This gets us a random number for 3 celebrities. So one will be used to get a random number for the specific item that we're looking for, and then the other will be used to figure out which celebrity. So we're going to basically just use a bunch of different if-then statements. You could also use a switch case statement here, but for simplicity, and since we haven't really learned that too much yet, I'm just going to use if-then statements. So first, if y is equal to 0, we're going to ask the user So this is basically just asking the user what the birthday is of the star uh, in with this random variable. So the first random variable x is going to pick which celebrity we're talking about. This will look into the list, star list, and find the object associated with x, and then the name of that object. So I'll find the celebrity and the name of the celebrity. Just fixing some stuff there. And then we're going to do each one of these for the different pieces of information. So we're going to do an else if. And we're going to do the same thing here, except we're going to do top grossing movie. And this is going to be a little annoying for the users because they're going to have to enter it in exactly correctly in terms of the formatting. So not exactly perfect here, but this is a simple app. So we're not going to try to validate or clean the user data entry. So we'll just give the user an example of what the formatting looks like. That way the user can guess. And then we're going to do an else. Copy paste this in again. And we're going to say, what is their spouse's name? All right, so this is basically going to create our random question list. And then what we have to do is just check to see whether or not the answer is correct. So we're going to do that for each one of these. So here, again, we're just going to check to see if the response is correct, whether or not it's equal to the star's birthday. If it is, we're going to increase their score by 1 and tell them that they got it right. Otherwise, we're going to tell them that it was wrong, and we're going to give them the correct birthday. So we're just going to copy paste this and then bring it down here. And instead of doing birthday, we're going to do movie. And once that is all finished, we're just going to increase the round number. That way this does not create an infinite loop. And then once the user is done playing, we're just going to tell the user how many they got right. And that should hopefully be it. So we'll just go through this again real quick. So we're creating an object constructor called movie star. This is going to take in name, birthday, I know it's loud, name, birthday, top movie, spouse. We're going to create a star list, which is going to be a list of stars. Then we're going to create the stars using the object constructor. Tom Cruise, Dwayne Johnson, and Scarlett Johansson. And each time we create it, we're going to add it to the star list. Those are just our global variables. Then we're going to start playing the game. We're generating 2 random numbers here. These random numbers are going to be used to randomly pick which celebrity we're going to ask about, as well as what factoid we're going to ask about them. The Y's are corresponding with the factoid about each celebrity, and then the X's are corresponding to the which celebrity. And again, because it's in a list, when we call star list brackets X, what this is basically saying is find, let's say like X is 0. It's find, this is going to say star list bracket X. So star list bracket 0. So the first item in that list. So in this example, that first item in the list is going to be Tom Cruise. And then the dot name is going to find Tom Cruise's name. So this is going to say, what is Tom Cruise's birthday, et cetera, and then it's going to be the same thing here. It's going to check the user response to make sure that the birthday is correct. So that should be it, and we'll go and test it out and see if it actually works. All right, so this all looks fine. I'm going to cheat a little bit and just look up the actual answers. All right, so looks like for him it was Furious 7. And again, the formatting here of the user response is going to have to be perfect, otherwise it won't work. So let's see if we got that right. That was correct. All right, now we're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to do the wrong formatting. And we're just going to put Avengers, which is the correct answer, but it's not written exactly correct because the correct answer is Avengers Endgame. And it's going to give us a wrong answer. Yeah, wrong answer. And then we're just going to type in something random here, and this should give us the right answer, and then tell us we got 1 right out of 3. So yep, looks like it worked. Hopefully you got it. If not, don't beat yourself up too much.